Hello and welcome to Soldier Field for part 1 of Freestyle. The first 8 trucks of our 16 truck lineup will be competing today. And if you have seen any of the previous Freestyle videos, then you have no need to watch the rules. If this is indeed your first time, I'll explain how the rules will work. If you have been here before, skip to here so you don't have to listen to the rules. And with that, let's get on to how the rules will work. Here we have a CRD chassis to help us demonstrate how the rules are going to work for this season. So, each truck will have 2 minutes and 30 seconds to complete the course. Time will start the moment they hit their first obstacle, whether it be a jump, a car, a donut, basically whatever. And each truck will have a 30-second grace period from the start of their run to basically flip over. Because this season, when a truck rolls over, that's it, its run is over. However, if it does manage to roll over within the first 30 seconds of the run, it may be allowed to get itself back onto all 4 tires at the cost of 30 seconds to its run, which would essentially turn a 2-minute, 30-second run into a 2-minute run if the truck happens to roll over within the first 30 seconds of the run. Otherwise, it's freestyle effectively the same way as it would be in the previous season, except now the trucks can't roll themselves back onto their wheels. So, with that out of the way, let us get on to our very first truck of this event. Up first, we have Avenger. We have quite a few CRC trucks here today. Avenger will be the first one of them out. Getting started off with some pretty big air here. CRC Ted chassis just taking that landing like the big boy it is. Chassis was pretty much meant for freestyle, so it should be able to take quite a beating. Avenger will give it here today. Trying to go for a little slack wheelie here, but couldn't quite get it. Going up on a bicycle, and will get it back on all 4 tires. Nice little stunt there by Avenger. Going for a backflip fairly early on in the run. Will land it though pretty nicely. Avenger with some more nice air here. Going up on one wheel after the landing. Avenger's gonna treat us to some donuts now, it seems. Up the racing lane, gonna nosedive it right into the ground. The rear wheels kick him up. And looks like he will end up on his side. Doesn't look like he can save it though. Unfortunate end of the run here for Avenger. It was looking to be a pretty good starting run. But with that truck out of the way, we still have quite a few more to go. Up next is Mud Dalmatian. Mud Dalmatian going up over some cars, bouncing off the wall of the stadium. Looks like Mud Dalmatian will not stick to the walls though. That will probably hurt the run a little bit, as that did kind of kill some of the momentum, but it is still pretty early on as Mud Dalmatian gets some huge air. Jumps over the car that's on its side there. And now for some donuts. Nice donuts by the Dalmatian as up into the air she goes. Incredibly big sky wheelie, lands it down hard, pops it into a bicycle. Some more big air by the Dalmatian here. Off to one of the ramps she goes, up into the air, spins it around, doesn't quite complete the rotation as the truck lands it down hard. Pieces of the body just shedding off the truck completely. Looks like one of the front wheels is broken. Pops the truck backwards. Dalmatian with a pretty decent run so far. Pops a slap wheelie off the jump. Another little wheelie, body panels and stuff just going absolutely everywhere on this truck. Give a little tap to the wall. That broken wheel definitely is not helping this run at all. Although now going into a reverse donut up on 3 wheels. Monster Mud Dalmatian with a nice sky wheelie, landing it down hard on the roll cage. Can she save it though? Almost looks like it. Up on that broken wheel and back on all 4 tires. Pretty good run here by Monster Mud Dalmatian. I'm surprised some of the body panels are still on. But will it be enough for the championship? Well, we still have quite a few more trucks to go here, so let's move on to our next competitor. Up next in our lineup, we have Smilemore. Looks like Smilemore's kind of trying to line up for something. So you might try a bicycle here. Up he goes, up on 2 wheels. Gets thrown around into one of the big obstacles over here. Pops it into a nice slap wheelie though. Going big up on the racing lane. Slams it down hard in the front. The rear suspension just kicks him up into the air. On his side he goes. Luckily for Smilemore, that was the first 30 seconds of the run, so we will flip them back over on all 4 tires and let them continue the run. Now with Smilemore back on all 4 tires, they will refire, and once they hit an obstacle, the timer will restart. Not too much cosmetic damage to the truck, it seems, despite the landing and the rollover. Back up into the air, some incredible sky wheelie there. And then a little slap wheelie as well. Getting the truck turned back around, up over the sideways car. Into yet another slap wheelie. Seems to be in a little bit of trouble though. Flips it over, rolls it around. Doesn't look like they can save it yet, and back onto their side they go. Front clip balancing up on one of those tires there. Unfortunately, Smilemore's run will come to a pretty early end here. But let's see what the other competitors have in store for us today. Up next, we have your racing champion here today. It's Medusa. Medusa was in the previous year's World Finals, so let's see what she can do here for Freestyle and see if she can double down here today. Getting a nice start over the racing lane with some nice air. swings it immediately into a donut. Nice donut by Medusa. Even more big air off of that racing jump. Doesn't quite nosedive it like some of the previous competitors. Up and over some crush cars here. Back suspension kicks her up into a stoppie there for Medusa. Pops it up into the air again, spins it around, lands on the side. And it looks like she will recover after that landing. Pretty nice set of moves there by Medusa. More donuts yet again. Getting some more big air here today. Looks like she might be going for this backflip ramp now. Yes, she is. Up she goes. Rotates it around, gets in the stands again, but will not get stuck. And she will keep on going. Back to this big ramp here. Up she goes. Rotates it around. Lands it down hard on the front of the suspension. Will get it back on all four tires and pops it into a wheelie. Quite the incredible save here by Medusa. She spins the truck around. Medusa out here with all sorts of moves today here in Freestyle. And one last donut to finish off her run. Pretty good donuts by Medusa, and not too bad of a run. But we still have 12 more trucks. Will she be the winner? Well, there's only one way to find out, and we'll see who is up next. Up next on our lineup is another CRC truck. Today we have Axe. After a bit of an incident in racing here earlier, seems Axe has gotten all fixed up here in time for Freestyle. Just in time as they get some big air. Pops it up on the front suspension in a nice little stoppie. Pops it up on one wheel for a little bit of a wheelie. Kicks the wall a little bit. He might have been trying to go for the backflip, but who knows? But he still pops it into a bicycle here. Cross threads this big obstacle here. Rotates the truck. Pops it into a slap wheelie. Drives right up over the obstacle that broke the truck after his racing attempt here. Going for this big ramp here. Up he goes. An incredible sky wheelie. Lands the truck in yet another stoppie. Nice backflip by Axe. The truck kind of spins it around. Will he be able to save it? Some reverse sidewall donuts here by Axe, but will he get back on up on all four tires? Oh, almost. There he goes. Couple reverse sidewall donuts by Axe. Nice move right there. Some more big air by Axe here, landing it down hard on the rear suspension. Yet again, the CRC proving just how hard of a hit it can take. Up into the air over the racing lane. Pops it into yet another slap wheelie. Looks like he's going to finish off the run here with a backflip. Up he goes, spins it around. Kind of corkscrews it a bit. And will he be able to save it? Yes, he will. Axe getting back up on all four tires. A little bit of trouble with the camera there. It was a pretty good run. Was it as good as Medusa's or anyone else we will see here tonight? That will be up for you to decide. Up next in our lineup, we have Faust. Getting the run started off with a nice bit of air. Pretty nice air off the racing lane. Picks it up into a bit of a slap wheelie there. And now to give us some reverse donuts. Faust trying to go for some big air here, and of course he does. Almost clears the top of the stadium seats. Going for the backflip now pretty early on. Up he goes, spins it around. Looks like he might have gotten caught on the rear part of the roll cage because it looked like he might have been able to do a double backflip but wasn't quite able to. That will put him on the roof, and that will be an end of the run here for Faust. Up next in our lineup is one of the fastest trucks we had here in racing today. It's Holmes Beast. Getting started off with a bit of a bicycle here to start off the run. Truck just corkscrewing around. Bit of some sidewall donuts here. Holmes Beast with some incredible air and a nice landing. Holmes Beast with a pretty nice backflip early on. Does seem to be in a bit of trouble though, as he's trying to figure out where to go next. Going for the racing lane here, up he goes. Pops the truck up into a stoppie. Up he goes, the ramp in reverse, and he will continue. His two little two-wheel skills move here. A nice show by Holmes Beast. Launching himself right up over the van once again. Holmes Beast treating us to some nice donuts as he launches himself up into the air again. Puts the truck into a bit of a bicycle yet again. slap wheelie off of the racing lane. Back he goes for the other racing lane. Up he goes. Some huge air. Gonna stuff the front of the truck right into the dirt. Looks like a couple of the forelinks broke here. And with time up, it looks like that will be the end of the run here for Holmes Beast. It looks like the shocks broke off the front axle as well. Pretty good run. Was able to fulfill the time, but we still have more trucks to go before we can decide. Nice little turn there by Buckshot, and he gets some huge air that kind of throws him sideways. Nice little slap wheelie as well. Up into the air, some more big air from Buckshot here today. We've had quite a lot of big air here tonight. Pretty good cyclone by Buckshot. Up the big ramp for a pretty big sky wheelie here. Lands it down hard on the rear suspension. Nothing too important seems broken other than the tire rod, it seems. Buckshot with yet another sky wheelie, slams it down hard. That seems to be a bit of a trend tonight, as Buckshot goes all out and crazy, but gets it back on all four wheels. As I was saying before, it seems tonight we've had a lot of big jumps and hard landings. Buckshot seems to be in a bit of trouble as the rear wheel kicks him up. Will he be able to save it? Yes, he will. Gets right back up on all four wheels, and he then almost flips it over yet again. Goes up in a little bit of a bicycle here. Goes into some sidewall donuts. Goes up on one tire. Buckshot just turning himself 90 degrees to face the ramp. Doesn't look like Buckshot wants to stay on four wheels anymore as the truck just continues to spin around. Up into the air he goes, yet another sky wheelie, lands it down hard on the tailgate. And looks like Buckshot's going to finish off their run with a nice donut. Alright, that was a pretty good start to Freestyle here with part 1 over. I'll see you again in part 2.